You tuned in to Just Vibe with Melody, and today we are talking about the cedi. Lately, here in Ghana, the dollar has been dropping. So we're getting into discussion of whether this is a good or bad thing for Ghana. I did a video short a few days ago, posted on TikTok and YouTube, and I basically was saying that now is the perfect time to either import or export goods into and out of Ghana. And was I wrong? Talking about the definition of put my foot in my mouth. So today I was out and about handling some business and I had to go to DHL to send out some orders for Sacred Minerals. Now I went there happy, skipping, thinking this is great. The dollar is down. I'm about to get an amazing deal on this shipping. Yeah. When I tell you I have lost big time today, just to give y'all an idea of how crazy things are right now. I had a bunch of different orders that I had to send out. But among those orders, a few of them only contain maybe 3 items. And keep in mind that these items are not very big. It's typical skincare products. So they weighed each item. Some weighed more and some weighed less, depending on the contents of the package. Please tell me why. Each package was $100. Each package. Now that is more than what the cost of the order was. Just to give an example, I had one order to fill, which was $30. So I had a $30 order. Now that was including shipping, and I went to go ship it and spent $100. When I tell y'all, my whole entire heart was broken. I could not believe it. I was like, this gotta be some type of joke. This cannot be the right price. $100. It didn't matter that the package weighed less. Even though it weighed less, they still rounded it off to make it $100. The highest package that I had, which weighed a ton because this person also had some samples in and, a couple of different things included in her order. Her order to ship it was $222. She didn't spend nowhere near that amount of money. So I'm like, this is crazy. And I have to take this time to correct myself because people who are in the exporting business here in Ghana is really losing out big time, taking a major hit, a major loss. And it can be very devastating, especially when you're investing your time, your money, your energy into your business. It's not like you're working for someone, but this is your hard-earned business that you are working on, spending your hard-earned money, because we all know that the beginning phases of a business, you're investing. You're putting your dollar into that business. So to take a major hit like that is just, it will make you run away from being an entrepreneur and go find you a 9-to-5. However, on the other hand, if you are considering importing things into Ghana, then now is the perfect time to do it because you are going to get a better rate when you're importing things into Ghana. You're going to save a whole lot. So for those who are on the other side of the spectrum, actually importing things into Ghana, they're going to save. But if you're on the opposite side, like we are here in Ghana, trying to do business in Ghana, you are taking a major hit. I appreciate the fact that the president is doing so much to kind of stabilize the economy and bring the cost of things down, making it more affordable for citizens. But I just question, what is the long-term goals of this situation? Because maybe I could tolerate it if I knew that we were working towards a greater good, then maybe I can deal with taking a loss because I know eventually it's going to be a win. But really walking through this thing blindsided and not knowing what direction this is going to go in, especially being someone who is on the side of exporting outside of Ghana. So I need to know, what is the plans moving forward? Because if we're working towards a greater good, then we may be able to get somewhere. But right now, it's so hard. Who else out there is in the business of exporting outside of Ghana? Drop a comment down below and let me know what your experience is in this moment. Because I know I cannot be the only one losing my mind and taking this major hit. Even those who are interested in coming to Ghana and purchasing land or homes or anything of the sort are staying clear because it's crazy right now. Even to invest in land and you're bringing the dollar and converting it into the cedi to purchase your land, you're having to add a lot in the cedi, which means that you're losing out ultimately because you're having to put more of the dollar into the cedi to make your purchase. So it makes people fearful in this moment because nobody wants to lose out on their hard-earned coin. Everybody's like, listen, we're just going to play it safe, not make any investments in Ghana right now, and wait to see what happens with this dollar rate. And they really are just waiting out. So I think right now in this moment here in Ghana, we're going to see a lot of people holding back on their investments. It's going to kind of scare the investment sector away for the moment until the CD starts to stabilize against the dollar and we're able to see some real results from this whole situation. A lot of people are holding back on investment because they're waiting for the dollar to come back up to some sort of reason. And to be honest, I don't blame them because I even myself was here contemplating today, like, what am I going to do? Should I just put the company on hold right now and wait to see what happens with the dollar? How am I going to work around this? Because DHL is a major shipper who exports from Ghana to the US, and they're fast, they're reliable, and for the most part, the issues that you may encounter with shipping through DHL is very minimal. Like myself, a lot of people take the DHL route, but because things are so expensive, it really makes no sense to export outside of Ghana because you're losing out. It's like you're taking your own money and putting it back into shipping. On top of the profit you made is going back into shipping. It doesn't even out and it doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'm kind of contemplating on what to do going forward, how I'm going to work this whole situation out. And like myself, I'm pretty sure there are many people out there that is even still in my same position, contemplating on what to do next. What move do we make? For those of us who are here in Ghana, doing business in Ghana and outside of Ghana at the same time, who are also contributing to the local economy of Ghana, I think we need some assurity of what's happening. The president of Ghana had something to say on this topic. So let's take a moment and watch this video.
The cedi recently has appreciated in value, and it is the result of close coordination between the fiscal and monetary, between the central bank and the Ministry of Finance. And it is based on the forex auction and demand and supply. What happens is the Bank of Ghana does the forex auction, finds out how much cedis are in the system that need forex for to pay various bills and others. And those who want the forex bid on the auction, and the bank strikes the average and takes the cedis and makes the dollars available. And so it's not like somebody is deliberately forcing the dollar down. It is the result of the bids that is finding what the true value of the cedi is. And I believe that it will arrest where the true value is based on the issues of demand and supply. And so I don't envisage that some people say it will come to one cedi, $1. No, that's extreme. We'll virtually collapse our export sector if that happened. But I think that the governor of the bank has an eye on it. And if it goes below a certain floor, I'm sure that the Bank of Ghana will make an intervention to make sure that it remains within a certain band that gives the true value of the cedi against the other foreign currencies. So don't panic. And if you haven't changed your dollars already, I don't know how much further lower it will go, but the governor has an eye on it, and we'll see how things go.
Closing thoughts, all I have to say is that is my exact fear, because I was saying, what if the dollar gets so low that it's literally $1 to a cedi? That would be insane. So for him to speak out and say that it would not get that low because it would collapse the export sector is absolutely right. Because look at the amount of stress we are under in this moment, and it is nowhere near one cedi. I think the best move here in this situation is to find stability. I get that we're trying to raise the economy of Ghana and we're trying to do things a little different to make the cedi stronger, but I feel like it has to be done in a way that's going to make sense all across the board. Now, this is a little bit out of my scope of understanding, but I need to ask, why are we even basing the cedi against the dollar? Ghana has an extensive amount of gold. This is the land of gold. So why isn't the cedi backed by the gold? Why are we relying on the dollar to determine the value of the cedi? That is my biggest question, and I'm searching answers because I truly want to know. That is it for today's video. If this is your first time here on the channel, welcome. And please take this opportunity to hit that subscribe button. Now here's the part where normally I would say visit sacredminerals.org where you can find a full selection of our products, but I don't even know what direction I'm going right now. I'm just all over the place with this, okay? I gotta figure this thing out. I'll see y'all in the next video.